Hi, everybody. How's it going? Nice to be here. Hello. I know that a lot of this talk today is about people following their passions and talking about what they're passionate in life. And I'm very, very blessed to be able to do that as my career and my job. I've always been passionate about music, and it's moved me from a very young age. I'm going to start off by performing a song for you guys. I was actually asked to be a part of this program called Music Monday. And it was started by the Coalition of Music Education, and it's to promote music in schools. Mainly, they promote it to have it in public schools and things like that, but lots of different schools are involved. So when I was asked to do this, it's actually a song that hundreds of thousands of children sing at the very same time on the same day all across the country. And that was massive for me because another one of my big passions is kids. I love kids. I was a nanny for 5 years of my life, so I remember bawling my eyes out in absolute joy when I saw on the news all of these children singing a song that I had written and finished for them all across the country. So I'm going to start off with this song, and it's a song that's stomping and clapping. It's a song that I wrote called Sing Sing. So if you guys would clap with me, that would be awesome. We could shake our sillies out this morning with the opening act, me. You guys into that? Is that all right? Okay, this is a song called Sing Sing. It goes like this. You gotta sing, 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 sing out loud. Don't matter if you stay on track. You gotta sing, 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 sing out loud. Don't you dare hold nothing back. I've been around for long enough to know that everybody needs to sing. No matter if you're all alone or surrounded by 1,000 people with 1,000 things. You gotta sing, 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 sing. You gotta sing, 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 sing out loud. Don't you dare hold nothing back. It's not about the way you look or what you do, as long as you are having fun. Because you know we're here together in the world. You'll never be the only one. You gotta sing, 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 sing out loud. Don't matter if you stay on track. You gotta sing, 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 sing out loud. Don't you dare hold nothing back. Don't you dare hold nothing. Don't you dare hold nothing. Don't you dare hold nothing back. Don't you dare hold nothing. Don't you dare hold nothing. Don't you dare hold nothing back. Thanks a lot. All right. Shaking my sillies out. So, as you heard, the reigning dart champion of Millbrook, Ontario, population just over 1,000. And I grew up there from the time I was about 5 years old till I was about 18 years old. And, you know, I find a lot about following your passion is really about following what you feel inside and just kind of taking your imagination to another level. And for me, I've always felt really, really lucky that I get to make things that I imagine in my head happen in real life. And I think that's something that's amazing for everybody, is that's kind of what we all do in our lives. This next song, I wanted to say something else, actually. See, I didn't actually write down any notes for a talk because that makes me too nervous. But then I just... I've watched like a billion TEDtalks on TV, like I send them back and forth, and TEDxTalks. Do you guys do that? Have you guys watched a bunch of these before? So when I got asked to do it, I just got really, really nervous and decided to wing it. So hi. I decided to treat it like I'm just the opening act. It's all good. Patrick asked me to do this talk, actually, and we talked on the phone. I was like, is it okay if I just, like, play a show? He was like, yeah, that's cool, as long as you play this song. But anyways, growing up in Millbrook, I found that I was, because it was such a small town and because, you know, there was no buses, no taxis, no nothing in and out. So basically you had to have your license if you wanted to leave the city. And you had to wait till you were 16 to do that. So a lot of where I found my passion and where I found my spark was in my imagination. And that's where I found this song. I was up in my parents' room, and I remember I got it at about midnight, and I had to record really quiet on my tape recorder because I didn't want to wake up my parents. So this is the first country song I ever wrote. It's called The Winter Waltz. It goes like this. Was the first time they ever set eyes on each other. Who knew that they never would part? With 4 eyes wide open to heaven and hoping and dancing all night in the dark. In the dark and melted the fields and a hole in the sky with the love they held in their hearts. They danced and danced and danced some more. It was a sweet and the cold they ignored until the sun started waking from a slumber so deep. Their feet and fingers numbing and their face white with sleep. They fell asleep dancing to the hole in the sky with 4 eyes wide open and no tears were cried. Now the ground frozen, danced in the dark, melted the fields and a hole in the sky with the love they held in their hearts. They danced all night smiling, no talking, just sighing and singing sweet lonely nights. But now they're together forever and ever, not talking, just singing all night. Without the ground frozen, danced in the dark, melted the fields and a hole in the sky with the love they held in their hearts. Melted the fields and a hole in the sky with the love they held in their hearts. Thanks very much. That was a trip. I actually haven't played that song, I think, since I was maybe like 20. I'm just a couple years older than that now. Shh. So a lot has happened, actually, since I wrote that song. I'm pretty lucky, too, because I get to just kind of write about my life, which is pretty awesome. That one was more of an imaginary song, but as a musician, I've been kind of touring a lot in the last 10 years, and been on the road and been through a lot, and had lots of really happy times and lots of really not so happy times. I had a very intense experience a couple years ago where I was very severely clinically depressed, and this is something that I thought I had an understanding of what depression was, because I had been a musician and been through, as an artistic person, or even as like a teenager, you feel like you kind of understand depression. But clinical depression is something that isn't really talked about very much. Something that people keep really, really deep inside of themselves. But it's something that I went through, and something that I decided was important to talk about. So I wrote a song about that, and I was writing it with a friend in Nashville. And he was like, okay, well, we're going to need to balance this out a little bit as a song so people can hear it and have a little bit of balance, a little bit of harmony to this song, so it's not all sad. And he asked me to remember one of the most amazing times of my life to balance out one of the worst times. And I did. I remembered when I was 11 years old, I was in Peterborough for the very first time, away from my family, and I was with a couple friends, and Peterborough is a town of about 75,000 people. Woo! Peterborough. And it was huge for me, because I came from a town of like, just over 1,000 people. So I was in the city by myself with my friends, and the sun was going down. I felt like such a hot shot. I was like, oh yeah, just hanging out, at the Peterborough exhibition by myself with my friends. All of a sudden, I couldn't find my friends. I looked around. I was there with 2 other girls the same age as me, and they were gone. You know that feeling of getting lost when you're young? That feeling where it's like literally like you're never going to find your way back ever, 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 ever again? Ever? It's so intense, right? And I realized that's actually what clinical depression feels like as an adult. You're never, ever going to find your way back. And I was walking around, the sun was going down, and then my favorite song came on over the speakers, like the exhibition songs. You're walking around, like, yeah. It was, I'm not going to tell you what song it was, but it was my favorite at the time. It was really cool at the time. And everything disappeared, and I was fine. I was on top of the world. I went from feeling like I would never be found ever again to feeling absolutely perfect and better than perfect. Like I had the world in the palm of my hands, and that's what music does for me. And I think that's what it does for a lot of people. So I wrote a song about that, and it's on my new record that comes out in November. It's called Harmony, and this song is called Merry-Go-Round. It goes like this.
Have you ever fallen? Have you ever hit the ground? Have you ever laid there? Have you ever just stayed down? Have you ever looked up and laughed at the big blue sky? Have you ever wondered? Have you ever wondered why? Why you always hide? Sing along, sundown, merry-go-round. Too young to leave this town. Someone's playing your song. Feels good singing along. What can go wrong? Oh, what about midnight? What about your disappears? What about your stories? What about your fairy tales? What about the secrets you don't need to keep inside? What about the reasons? What about the reasons why? Why you always hide? Sing along, sundown, merry-go-round. Too young to leave this town. Someone's playing your song. Feels good, sing it along. What can go wrong? Gimme, gimme, you want, you got, you got, you got it. Gimme, gimme, you want, you got, you got, you got it. Gimme, gimme, you want, you got, you got, you got it. Gimme, gimme, you want, you sundown, merry-go-round. Too young to leave this town. Someone's playing your song. Feels good, sing it along. Sundown, merry-go-round. Too young to leave this town. Someone's playing your song. Feels good, sing it along. What can go wrong? Oh, what can go wrong? Oh, go wrong. What can go wrong?
Thanks, everybody. Cheers. Thank you.